Filing taxes in Canada. By the end of this video, you should know common mistakes to avoid while filing taxes, the tips and resources that you need to file taxes, as well as where to get tax help for free. You would also know about the key documents that you need to file your taxes, as well as how you can use credits and deductions to ensure that you're saving money. It's important that you file your taxes because one, you want to get tax refund. You also want to qualify for credits and benefits, so, such as the GST, HST credits, and if you have a child, childcare benefits. As well, you want to avoid penalties and interest. So if you're in Canada, it's compulsory that you have to file taxes. So if you leave school and work in Canada, you have to file taxes. So for example, even if you came to Canada in November or December, you have to still file taxes. So there are key documents that you need to file your taxes. Your T4 is one of the first ones, which is given to you by your employer. And so normally if you have different employers, make sure you're collecting all of your T4s. These will usually be mailed to you, or sometimes employers provide a virtual option. There's also the T4A. So if you receive scholarships, other form of income from freelance, or income from pensions, you do have investment account with the bank, say like some form of savings or GIC or investment account, you'll usually receive a T5 statement. If you pay tuition or fees to an educational institution, you're also going to receive a tax certificate for that. And for people who have different kinds of tax savings accounts, such as RRSP or FHSA, you would receive slips for those accounts, usually early in the year by January. So there are basically different tax slips that would apply to you based on your situation. In the description of this video, I'm going to put a link where you can see all of the tax slips and tax forms, so you can go through and then see what will be applicable to you. The big question is, how do you file your tax? You can file your taxes in different ways. So you can file your taxes yourself online using tax software such as Wealthsimple and TurboTax. I'll be doing a tutorial on how to file your tax yourself using Wealthsimple. It's free, simple, and easy. Another way you can file your tax is by mailing the CRA, so that's paper hard copy. Another way you can file your tax is by using free tax clinics. So if your tax situation is quite simple, you can go to a tax clinic near you. These clinics are free, and I'll be including a link in the description of where you can find tax clinics based on your location. You can also hire an accountant or a certified tax professional. But one thing I would say is, even if you're hiring a professional, make sure you are conversant with the tax process, because even sometimes the tax professionals may omit necessary forms for you, or necessary forms are relevant to you. I've been in that situation before, and that's why I actually resolved to start filing my tax myself. When filing taxes, you want to save money as much as possible, reduce the taxes you have to pay, and also maximize your refund. And you can do this through tax credits and deductions. In my next video, I'll be explaining all of the credits and deductions that I usually apply. So I was able to go from owing taxes or receiving very little refunds to getting thousands of dollars back in refunds. And some of those I've personally applied include like medical expenses, work from home expenses. Other credits and deductions I also commonly applied include like Canada workers benefit, moving expenses, provincial tax credit. So for example, for those in BC, there's a renter's tax credit. I would explain everything in the next video. So there are common tax filing mistakes, and number one is filing late. So each year the CRA announces when the deadline is for those who are employed or self-employed on when they should file their taxes. So make sure you're always filing your taxes before that deadline. If not, you're going to attract penalties and interest. Another common mistake is, again, not reporting all income. So no matter, even if you work for an employer for just 2 weeks or 1 week, make sure you collect a T4 and report that income. So it's important that you're reporting all income, because if the CRA comes back to reassess you, you may end up owing taxes and you may be penalized for it. Another area where people also make mistakes is when they forget tax deductions. So deductions that would help you to reduce your taxes, you forget all about them, and then you end up submitting your taxes and you end up owing taxes. Another mistake is also not ensuring that your banking information with the CRA is correct. So usually I would advise that everyone should always have an online CRA account, whether you're using an accountant or you're doing it yourself, so that you make sure that your deposit information from your bank is correct. Of course, always double check before submitting. Always go through every of the forms you submitted when filing your taxes. Even if someone is filing for you, make sure you read through what the person has done. And if you need free help, go to the CRA website. They have lots of information there. You can go to the free tax clinics. CRA also has a podcast on taxes. And something I've personally used is the CRA course on taxes. That was really, really helpful for me to understand taxes, credits, deductions. So I'll be putting a link in the description as well to that. And finally, beware of scams. During tax season, you may be getting scam calls. People are calling you from the CRA. The CRA will never call you. So beware of scams and do not divulge your information to anyone. So stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to talk about credits and deductions and how I've maximized my refunds over the years. And in another video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use World Simple Tax to file your taxes for free. So stay tuned and remember to like, subscribe, and share.